Hi everyone, welcome. This is part 3 of my autumn scenes. Color Along. This is the book we're working out of if you'd like to join in or follow along and just watch, by Teresa Goodrich. And this is how far we've made it. I do kind of skip around, just how I do things. This is the only thing, I finished the roof up here off camera, and then I did this little flower just because I felt like if you could see it done when I was doing it, you would see why the process made a little bit more sense. I think for this video, I'm just going to work on the apples and the flowers, maybe the pumpkin, and we'll go from there and see where we are at. So for my apples, I pulled Tuscan Red, Crimson Red, and Poppy Red. If you've been with me, you will know this is my favoriteest ever red combination. So if you are using a different brand of pencils, we have like a wine red, that lovely bright, and that's going to be our apples. So when we start with our apples, we're not going to come in hard. We're going to just lightly kind of put in our shadows here. Now, there are tons of different ways you can do apples, and it really goes on your preferences. I am not going to add any, like sometimes you can have yellow or green in here at the top. Mine are going to be ruby red, ripe, ready to go apples. And that's just because the theme of my page is red. You know, the deep, intense fall maroonish red. So I'm going to incorporate that into my apples. So right here I'm just kind of plotting my colors a little bit. On this one I'm going to go ahead and shadow this way, right, because my pumpkin is shadowing that apple. And then on this one I'm going to shadow right here because it's laying on its side. Now this red does look a little more purple, but it will change a little when we get our other colors. I'm also going to apologize that this pencil is so small if my hand is in your way. I'm really trying not to bust open my spare Prismacolors. Trying to go like a set a year till so Christmas I get another set, so I'm trying not to open my spares yet. I'm making do with what I got. Okay, again, not pressing hard, right? We're just lightly plotting colors. So this is going to be my highlight area. So we'll put that in. Going around the shine mark, which I will white that black out with gel pen, and that will really help with the effect of the apple. Okay, I'm going to add a little of this to the overall apple here. Now, if I don't like that, if that's too small, too high, when I come back in with my second layer, I can fix that. It's kind of why I do it that way. So I'm going to come in with my second, and now I'm going to go a little harder. I'm not going to go up as high the second round with that color anyway. Okay. Small circular motions, back blending, all that good stuff. You will see, oh, that's what I didn't want to do. I got a tiny dot on my flower. I will fix that. Not a biggie. Okay, so now I'm just kind of bringing this out. Now I'm not going as high as my original colors for blending. It's kind of the fuzzy line I left for blending. Back blending, circular motions. They aren't the most extravagant apples, but they do their job. They look like apples. Alright. There is one apple down. I'm going to come over here to the next one. On this one, I'm going to bring this up this side just a little higher because I want my highlight to be a little more focused right there. So I'm going to stay low on this side, bring it up on that side. Okay, highlight color is Poppy Red. Poppy. Yes, Poppy Red. I don't know why it sounded weird when I said it. Must be past my bedtime. It is snowing outside. It always snows for Halloween here. We are always trick-or-treating in the snow. Our Halloween costumes are always built around a coat and snowsuit usually. For the littles anyway. Every year. Last year we barely got any snow. We did get, our first snow is usually always Halloween, and then last year we barely got any. A couple sprinkles that melted like next day. It was mostly just cold and wind. And then spring came and we got all the snow. We got like 4 foot in one day, so it'll be interesting. This winter here is supposed to be more snow and colder than last year, so we'll see. I don't mind the snow. I don't love the wind, but I don't mind the snow. I also, while we're kind of chatting, had someone ask me about my little tutorials that I was doing. I am going to get back to those. One, the color alongs took off way better than expected on YouTube and in the Facebook group. So I've been kind of building those into my schedule a little bit. Two, I have another foster baby, and he was wild. So he is a little more needy as far as socialization, getting the hang of things. He's very skittish. He hisses at everything still. And for 3, I am now a Girl Scout leader. So a few schedule changes, nothing that will slow me down. It just needed a minute to revamp the schedule, and we will be back on track with things. Hoping to have a few done for Christmas. I did a bunch last year and I was so excited, and then I lost my channel. But I guess that just gives me a chance to redo them better this year. Okay, highlight color. Again, back blending that down a little so we don't have any harsh lines. Blend, blend, blend. Kind of working backwards here, but. So you could have also thrown in a yellow and a green. I just really like the look of the red apples in fall, but whatever makes your page work. Okay, and then I'm going to come back and fix where I added a little more red up here. Okay, right. For 2, I got this cute little kit at Walmart clearanced. Sorry about the glare on the box. This is a online coloring class thing you can take with Prismacolor. I only bought it for the pencils. 18 pencils for $5 is an awesome deal. However, you also get a Prismacolor magic eraser and a sharpener and a pencil case. So I'm gonna try out their eraser and see. I can already tell you not a miracle worker on the red, but we already know that red stains fairly well, so to be expected, not a fair judgment. It does have a weird texture to it, very crumbly. Alright. Oh, that's the bottom of my apple now. So for $5, I thought that was a fairly good deal. Okay, so I got my apples in. Let's do one of these here flowers. You can also, I don't know what these flowers are supposed to be. I just wanted to bring in some yellow with my golden sun to kind of pull that together there, was my thinking. So first I came in with a very light layer of burnt ochre. So if you are following along in a different set of pencils here, that is like a reddish brown. I had a scrap paper just for this color along to keep all the colors together, and I organized my desk today and pulled all my Christmas books, and somewhere along the line I misplaced it, so we're kind of winging it tonight. Which reminds me, I have all my Christmas books pulled, all my Christmas books. So if you are interested, I know it's a little early, Halloween's not even here yet, well aware of that. If you are interested in a video of all those, I can go ahead and do that now, or I might just record it and upload it and not release it till November-ish. But if you are interested in my collection, let me know. That will let me know when I want to put it up. Okay, this is just a little bit of goldenrod. I am going to change the shade of the flowers a little, so this one's going to be a little more deeper yellow, whereas this one's a little more brighter. That's just for variety. I don't want them to look exactly the same. Okay, this is Spanish orange. He's going to come all the way to the top, and I'm going to blend out a little bit of that red I got on there. Sometimes blending out is easier than erasing. My feel on it anyway. So yeah, I pulled all my Christmas books today. I went through my pencils, organized my pencil case, my Prisma case. Yeah. I feel like my winter spring cleaning is kicking in, but I really needed to go through and decide what supplies I might need for Christmas and what I didn't love so much that I thought I did is a big one. Okay, a little bit of orange. And this is going to sound really silly, but just tipping these flowers a little. Petals, flowers. Okay. Yellow blends it all together. Now, if you feel like you lost any of your colors, if you want your brown a little darker, you can always go back in. I'm going to try to do the yellow as close to last as possible because it is a great blender. However, I want a little more of this to be right in the middle. Right. So there is that flower. 2 flowers down, 1 to go. Trying to stay somewhat center here. Okay, so again, burnt ochre. And the middles of these will probably be a darker brown. Pulls in this brown. I don't know what my tablecloth is going to be, but that's okay. I'm going to mix it up a little this time, and I'm going to add a little orange. And actually, I probably should have waited to get crazy because this is my pumpkin colors too, but that's alright. Spanish orange. I wanted to say yellowed orange, and I knew that wasn't right. Close, but not quite. And again, just giving them each a little bit of their own personality, so I don't have 3 exact same flowers going on. Okay, if you feel like you've lost anything, alright, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so for the flower, I am going to take my dark umber for the center. Okay. Burnt umber, or burnt ochre. So past my bedtime. Alright, and then I'm just kind of where she has the lines, just kind of shading those in. Give it a little depth here. Now this is where I said if you want to darken some of these lines with your brown, you can. Kind of like mine the way they are. Oh, so I'm going to call those good for now. Pumpkin, like I said, I'm going to do kind of the same colors. So burnt ochre is going to be, now notice I'm staying behind the line, supposed to be anyway, so that this bump right here is the highlight of our pumpkin. Doing around the stem a little darker. Making sure I have a fuzzy blend line. Just adding a little shadow there. Okay, regular old orange. Not filling all the way in. Just like we did with the apples, we're just plotting where our highlights will be. Okay, darkening this a little right here, 'cause Spanish orange. I don't know why I love this combo so much for a pumpkin. I guess it's because it's the contrast of the light and the dark, but I really do. Now, if you feel like that is a really orange, yellow pumpkin, which I do, we'll just come back with our orange. Tone that down a little. There, that's better. Okay, same thing on this side. Gonna stay with the grain of the pumpkin here. Again. And I'm going to add a tiny dot of red to a couple spots, and I'm going to blend it out, so it's going to look silly for a second, but just adding a little texture randomly to this here pumpkin, because it feels pretty soft to me, and I don't want a soft pumpkin. Alright, and then we're going to blend all the random colors we just threw in there. Back out. Hold that. We got our apples in, our flowers in, our pumpkin in. Again, I will hit these with the gel pen. Not till the end because I will just smear the gel pen and you won't be able to see the highlights anyway. Okay, so quickly I'm going to pull Prussian green or dark green, whichever I run across first here. It's olive green. Trying not to make too much noise because I know that's really loud. Dark green. Okay. Pardon the noise. And on these, I'm not going to go all the way to the tip. I color these a few different ways depending on the page, but for this one, I'm going to keep it fairly simple because I don't want a whole lot going on with a fairly busy page. So don't go all the way to the tip. We're going to pull another green for that. This will help fill in our table so we can decide what color we want for a tablecloth and grapes. So if you're watching tablecloth and grape suggestions. This one has got me a little confused here. So hopefully I did that right. Make sure I'm on camera here. Alright, we got all of those. Okay, also going to do the middles of my apple leaves. Okay, and then we're going to pull apple green of all things. Again, pardon the noise real quick. I put all my colors away when I organized my case. And I forgot about that when I started recording, that I should have dug those out first. Okay, apple green, so just a lighter green. And that just helps it feel like they're dried out a little and that their tips are changing color here. Sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. I thought I heard the kiddo up. It is not very often I get to record on a weekend. Usually if I'm going to get anything for the color along done, I have to have it done Monday through Friday. As long as there's school. Okay, so just kind of, I colored that pine needle a little red on accident. So I'm going to go ahead and darken that a little so it stands out on that apple. Okay, I think notice I didn't color the whole leaf. Coming in with that yellow. Blending out that little bit of red I got on there. Alright. So for these leaves right here, I'm going to do the same kind of color combo. So I'm going to take the dark green and I'm going to do just the centers of the leaves. Okay, then I'm going to take that apple green and I'm going to go right over the top. Not really blending or anything, just... Okay, then I'm going to take yellow. No, I don't want them to look exactly the same, so I am going to change it up a little, but same base. And I'm going to take a little bit of this orange. And then with my dark umber, I'm going to fix the stem and touch up on the inside if I need to. I'm going to run that on the stem. All right. So I haven't colored the wine or the wine glasses because I'm gonna probably incorporate the grapes, or maybe I could do the two little ones green and these ones purple. That might be a good idea. But I am quickly going to take goldenrod, jasmine, and cream. Actually, I might do sand. But I am going to do this label real quick while I have everybody here. Just kind of show you how I want this to play out. So I'm going to go a little darker over the words. Not perfect. Okay, and I'm even going to take, this is a dark brown, on the very edge, just darkening the very edge. And you can even do this after you blend out if you want, so it doesn't get lost. Okay. I think I am going to go sand. No, I don't like sand. Jasmine. Jasmine is more yellowy. Okay. And then cream for that center highlight. So that is going to be my wine label. Quickly on these bushes in the back, I'm going to do orange, and I'm going to do some of them all orange. Just kind of random. I'm going to leave those ones because they're a different shape. Yellow. And then I will do that to these ones by the house as well. But I will probably randomize them a little more. I don't want green right here because I will have too much green in a row. So I will pull you out. Alright, so there we are. I probably won't get it finished in 4 parts. Sorry about that, but we are getting closer and we are getting there. Again, if you have tablecloth and grape suggestions, let me know. If not, I will probably do the 2 green and the purple. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.